y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tally Girl, aka Anaya, and we are back with another video. So today's video is going to be my fall polish picks. So if you guys want to see all of the gorgeous polishes that I pulled out in hopes of wearing for the fall, then just keep watching. Alright, so here in Atlanta, the mornings are getting cold, which means it's officially fall, and I'm super excited, and I had a really fun time pulling out all of my fall polishes, and I actually pulled out a lot. So let's just go ahead and jump into it without any further ado. So the first polish I have here is this Zoya polish, and this is in the shade Waverly. This is a Pixie Dust, and it is this beautiful dark blue, and this one's opaque in 2 coats, and it just looks like crushed sapphires on your nails. It's so pretty, and I absolutely love it. This is definitely hands down my favorite Pixie Dust from Zoya. So this is Zoya's Waverly. By the way, you guys, I'm talking about these polishes in any specific order. I'm just pulling them out of my nail polish box that you guys can see back there. So next up we have is OPI, and this is in the shade Mrs. O'Leary's Barbecue, and this is their Infinite Shine formula. So this polish came out in a collection, it was called like the OPI Phase collection, like years back, maybe about like 4 or 5 years ago, and they re-released some of their super popular shades that were discontinued, and this was one of them. I hope they do that again. I don't know why they only did it one time, but there's definitely a lot of colors from OPI that are really popular that people can't get their hands on anymore, so they need to run that collection back and do a part 2. But this is Mrs. O'Leary's Barbecue Sauce, and this is a beautiful warm toned purple. Now this does dry down on the nails a little bit darker because I already wore this one. So you guys will see this in my September manis, which is coming soon. But it does dry down a little bit darker than what it is in the bottle, but it's just a nice warm toned vampy purple. Next up, I have this Wet n Wild shade, and this one is called, what is this called? Ninja Lovelace, and it's basically a brown polish, and it has this beautiful gold, not shimmer. I feel like they're kind of too big to be shimmer particles, but they're not big enough to be glitters. So I don't know what to classify these as in here, but there's some type of gold accent in here. You guys can see it on camera a little bit, and this one is gorgeous as well. I actually won this in a giveaway. Wet n Wild no longer makes their Mega Last line, which is really unfortunate, and on top of that, this was a limited edition. So I think I've never worn this as a full mani. I think I used it as part of a Skittle mani before, so I definitely want to try to wear this as a full mani this fall. Next up, we have a beautiful Color Club Linear Hollow. So this one's in the shade Beyond, and this is their black linear hollow, and you don't really see the linear effect right now, but it's a black linear hollow. I've worn this several times before. I love pulling this out for October, for Halloween, and it's so pretty, and I absolutely love it. In my opinion, Color Club has the best hollows, well, the best linear hollows ever. They're affordable, they're opaque, and they're super strong with that hollow effect, and I absolutely love these. So this is their black one, and it's called Beyond. Next up, I have this Orly. I pulled out quite a few Orly, so you guys will see some more, but this one's called Untouchable Decadence, and I believe this came out in their fall collection for, I want to say 2020, and this is basically like a gold glitter polish. I believe this does get opaque on its own, but I was kind of trying to use it as a topper. I feel like this would look really good over some of the browns that I'm going to show you guys, and some of the like kind of like neutral type of gray shades that I'm going to be showing you guys. I feel like this would be really cute over top of that, so that's why I pulled this out. And speaking of beautiful brown shades, I have this one from Zoya. This is called Desiree, and this is just a beautiful chocolate brown. I mean, can we get into it? This is gorgeous, and I feel like that gold topper that I just showed you guys from Orly will look so good over this. So this is Zoya's Desiree. Next, I have this one from Essie, and this is called Sweater Weather. This one's super popular. I want to say this one came out in 2022. Not 2022 like this year, but 2020 as well. That's what I was trying to say. And this is just a beautiful kind of like olive toned metallic green, and it's so pretty. I mean, if this doesn't scream fall, I don't know what does. It's amazing. And then another Zoya we have is Tieran or Tieran. I'm not sure which way you pronounce it, but all of the polishes will be listed in the description box. But again, this is a beautiful gray. It's a little bit darker than the one that I have on right now, which I'll show you guys soon. But this is like a dark stormy gray, and it's a blue toned gray, which I prefer cool toned, blue toned grays. And this just looks super pretty, and it's dark, and it's like giving me charcoal vibes. So definitely I'm looking forward to wearing this one as well. So next up we actually have a Christmas polish, and this one is from China Glaze. This came out in their Grinch collection, and this one's called You're a Mean One. Even though this was intended for the holidays, I think that this polish is absolutely for the fall. Look at it, it's this beautiful purple base, and it has this beautiful shimmer in there. Like, this is fall leaves in a purple base basically, and it's super pretty. So I definitely want to pull this out for fall, even though it was intended for Christmas. Next up, I have another polish I put out for October, and this one's called Chills and Thrills, and it's from Noodles nail polish. So this is one of their Crullies, and this is a gray base, and it has orange, matte orange glitters, and it also has metallic black and orange glitters in here as well. And this one's super pretty. I've worn it glossy, I've worn it matte, and I think it's super festive for Halloween without doing too much. Like, it's not super in your face Halloween, but it's still something that's celebratory, and I really like this one. Next up, we have a Different Dimensions, and this one's in the shade Pumpkin Spice Everything. So this is basically a like flaky balm. It has so many different colored flakies in here. It has chameleon flakies that shift like blue to green. It has some gold flakies in there, and they're all in this kind of like pumpkin-y, bronzy kind of base. And the reason I pulled this one out is because I'm not sure if I want to de-stash it. And if you guys know, if you watched my August manis, you know there was a polish that I was thinking about de-stashing, but I wore it and I decided to keep it. So I definitely want to wear this one because I'm thinking about de-stashing it. Because the first time I wore it, I was a little underwhelmed by it. So we will see. I'll be sure to let you guys know if I decide to keep this one or not, but that's why I pulled it out. So next up we have a classic OPI. This is OPI's Lincoln Park After Dark, and this is basically a super dark, almost black purple. I don't even know if you guys can tell that it's purple, but I promise it is, and it's amazing. This is a fall / winter staple, like, period. You have to, if you have this in your collection, you have to pull it out for the fall. It's actually mandatory. And this one's so gorgeous. Like I said, it's a classic. Amazing. Next up, I have another China Glaze. This one's in the shade Teen Spirit. I want to say this one came out in like a Halloween collection in like 2019 or 2018. And it's just this beautiful purple base. I pulled out a lot of purples, if you guys couldn't tell. And it has this beautiful blue shimmer in there, and it's so pretty. And this one's a sleeper. A lot of people don't talk about this polish or don't have it in their collection, and I really enjoy it. I've worn it a couple times now, and it's one of my faves. So yeah, if you don't have Teen Spirit, look into getting it because I think it's really cute. And then next up we have another China Glaze, and this one is called a Cowboy Bye. I think this was from their 2021 fall collection. It was like Western themed or whatever. So this is a brown base. It has this beautiful red to copper shimmer in there and some holographic glitter. And this one's, again, just another really good shade. I feel like China Glaze doesn't get enough credit for their like darker, more vampy shades that they come out with, because I have two here that are absolutely gorgeous, and I just showed you guys the one from the Grinch collection. So China Glaze definitely they know what they're doing with these beautiful dark shades with these shimmers in them. I mean, gorgeous. Next up we have a KB shimmer, and this is called Soul Blue. Now, I picked this one out. This is kind of like a transition shade, I guess you could say, because it kind of gives summer vibes, but I feel like it gives fall vibes too. It's this beautiful kind of like indigo base, and it has flakies in there that shift from blue to green to gold, and this one is super pretty. So it's a little bit of a wild card. I wouldn't say that it's like a typical fall shade, but I felt like it was giving me a little bit of a fall vibe, like a transitional type of color. So yeah, that's why I picked this one out. Again, this is called Soul Blue from KB Shimmer. Next up we have another classic OPI shade. This is It's a Piazza Cake, and this is a beautiful pumpkin cream. It's opaque in 2 coats. It's amazing. Again, for me, this is a fall staple. I pull this out every single fall because it's literally the color of a pumpkin. So I mean, what's more festive during the fall time? Then I have this beautiful Zoya from, I was about to say this beautiful Zoya from Zoya, but this beautiful Zoya called Gin, and this is just an inky, beautiful dark blue, and look at that shimmer in there, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, this is like liquid. If Waverly is crushed sapphires, this one is a liquid sapphires, like beautiful. Next up I have a Sassy Sauce polish, and this one is called Saffron Sizzle, and I actually picked this up during a polish rewind. I originally was going to get this polish, but I talked myself out of it when it originally came out. So when I saw that it came back for polish pickup, I definitely wanted to pick it up. And it's this beautiful, again, kind of like purple base, and it has multi-chrome flakes and shimmer in here. The multi-chrome shimmer goes from like that kind of like pinky purple color to blue to green, and then you have the flakies in there that look like they flip from like maybe like red to green to gold maybe, and it's just super pretty. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I'm glad that I picked it up the second time around, and I can't wait to wear this one. Next up we have another beautiful Essie metallic, and this one is called It Aint Soho, and this is basically the same formula as the green one that I showed you guys, but it's just in this beautiful orange shade. Again, this is beautiful and it screams fall, and I think it's so pretty, and I don't think I've worn this one actually. I've had this for a while and I don't think I've worn it. I can't remember, and I feel like this is a polish I would remember wearing, so the fact that I haven't worn this yet is crazy. So I definitely want to get this on my nails for this fall. Next up I have this little mini OPI. I don't know the name of it because they don't have names on the bottom, but I will find it and put it on the screen for you guys. But this is just a kind of like a metallic red shade. So I thought this would be really cute for the fall as well. And then I have this beautiful green. This is from Orly, and this is called Nouveau Riche. And it's basically this green shimmer bomb. And you guys can see it's kind of green, and then it's kind of gold. And in my view, I'm seeing some blue as well. So this is just really pretty. It's almost like a multi-chrome shimmer type of polish, and it's really gorgeous. So I definitely wanted to pull this one out as well. I think we're almost done, guys. I told you guys I pulled out a lot of polishes. Like, I have the best time ever pulling out these fall shades. But this is another OPI Mini. I'll put the name on the screen for you guys. But this one kind of caught my eye. I forgot I honestly had it. And it's kind of like a purpley, kind of like a periwinkle type shade, but it's a little bit darker. And I feel like this would be super interesting for the fall and super pretty. So I pulled that out. This one's another neutral. This is from Sinful Colors, and this one's called So Daupe. This is one of my favorite neutral shades ever. It's a beautiful taupe shade. Taupes can either lean more brown or more gray. This one leans a little bit more gray, but it's super pretty and I love it. It's one of my favorite Sinful colors in my collection. Then I have Zoya Sansa. So I picked this up during their Valentine's Day sale this year. I will link that video in the cards if you guys have not seen that haul. But this is a beautiful purple, and again it has shimmer in it. This gold fleck shimmer in there, and again just another gorgeous deep dark beautiful purple for the fall time. Can't go wrong with those types of shades ever, ever, ever. Next up, we actually have the polish that I have on my nails right now. This is from LA Colors, and it's called Blankie. So it's this beautiful gray shade. Again, this is a cool toned gray, and this is a little bit on the lighter side. This one's opaque in 2 coats. This polish is only $1 from Dollar Tree. So for the quality, for the quality, it's honestly a steal. And this one's amazing, as you guys can see. I have a few indies for you guys next. This one is 90 Lacquer, and this one's called Singer Auto Salvage. This is a beautiful gray, not gray, a beautiful like olive green, and it has these gold holographic glitters. Now this bottle does have ugly bottle syndrome, but the polish inside is fine. The true color is more of this color down here, not this one. So yeah, this is the true color down here, but it started to kind of separate and stuff, but it just needs to be shaken up and it's perfect. So this is a gorgeous kind of like grungy olive green, and it has that beautiful gold holographic glitter in there. Next up, I have a topper. This is from Moonshine Manny, and it's called I Saw the Shine, and this is a flaky topper. This came out in her Project Daupe collection, and it's just a bunch of flakies that shift all different types of colors. And this one is really a chameleon because the colors that are expressed in the flakies is very dependent on the color that you wear it over. So I've worn it over some darker shades and gotten those like the green to gold to red shift. I've worn it over lighter shades and got more of like a pink to blue shift. So this one's a real chameleon, and I love it. I highly suggest it because it kind of transforms any polish that it's over, and this one's gorgeous. So I definitely want to wear this over some of my darker, more vampy shades that I pulled. And then next up, I have a Louise lacquer. This is in the shade, I want to say Aquila is how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure. This is a multi-chrome, and it shifts from blue to purple to pink to gold, and it kind of gives you this beetle vibe. I don't know if you guys, yeah, kind of like that green color you get there. It kind of looks like a beetle on the nails, and that's why I pulled this one, because I feel like it would be festive for Halloween time. So super cute. Again, this one's called Aquila or Aquila. So next up, we have another Zoya Pixie Dust, and this one's in the shade Dara. Again, a beautiful orange. This one's kind of like a sun-kissed burnt orange, and it has that beautiful gold textured element in there, and it's so pretty, so amazing, it's so festive. And then I have a neutral from Zoya, and this one's called Bridget. I really want to wear this one because I have not worn it in literal years. I think I haven't worn this since like 2017 or 2018 when I first bought it. So I want to wear it again. And it's kind of like a beautiful mauvey tone shade that I think would be pretty for the fall. Okay. Next up, I have 2 polishes that I pulled with the intent of wearing them together. So this is OPI Susie the First Lady of Nails. It is a olive green shade. It kind of matches my shirt. And then I have a KB Shimmer Flake Expectations. This is a flaky topper. The flakies shift from blue to green to purple to pink to orange. Super duper pretty, and I have the intention of wearing these together to try to emulate an indie polish that was limited edition. I don't remember the brand, but I remember it was called Olive a Sudden, like olive green, so like Olive a Sudden, and it was basically a green a olive green, and it had these beautiful flakies mixed into the polish. So I was gonna try to recreate that for myself since I don't have that polish, and I wanted to see how these go together. So that was KB Shimmer Flake Expectations and OPI Susie the First Lady of Nails. All right, y'all, these are the last 4 polishes. So we have the last Zoya, and this one's in the color Sam, and it's this beautiful, juicy, dark red. Again, very, very pretty, very festive. It's a nice burgundy shade for the fall. I have another topper. This is from Sassy Sauce, and this is called Opals on the Rise. So again, you have those color shifting flakies in there, but this one also has a color shifting shimmer as well. So I'm really excited to wear this over some of my darker shades. It doesn't look like much in the bottle, but I promise you it's going to look gorgeous when I wear it. And then we have another KP shimmer. This one's called How's It Growing? This is another Christmas polish that I thought was festive for fall. So it's this dark green shade, and it has these beautiful flakies that shift from green, from blue to purple to green to gold in there. And I think it also has some gold hollow glitter in there as well. And I felt like this one was really cute for the fall. And then last but certainly not least, we have Jour Cosmetics, and this one's called Cosmic Glazed 2.0. I got this in a Polish Rewind like a year or 2 ago, and it's basically a multi-chrome, but it's a dark multi-chrome. So it shifts from blue to blue to like pink to gold or something like that. And it has holographic glitter in there as well, but it's in a darkened base, so it just makes it super vampy and super dark and amazing for the fall. And it's basically like a blackened multi-chrome, so I feel like this one would be really cute for the fall as well. Whew. All right, we made it through all of those polishes. I told y'all I had a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a longer one, but we got to talk about some gorgeous fall polishes. If you guys want to stay up to date on what I actually wear from these this polish picks, then definitely subscribe to the channel, because I do monthly manis, so I go over all the polishes that I wear for each month. So if you guys want to see exactly what I'm wearing, make sure to check back for those videos, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.